Wow. Thank you, Aaron. We know what to say after that, apart from, of course, that I love you. I'm so immensely grateful for all of your support. Without you, I wouldn't be writing poetry. And I certainly wouldn't be I wouldn't be where I am now in terms of being able to write poetry again without you. So I'm massively appreciative of kind of all of the hard work that you put into publishing not only my books, but every single Broken Sleep publication. I know the amount of effort that goes into it, and every single book receives the same amount of attention, and it's incredible. And I'm incredibly grateful. So thank you. And thank you to everybody for being here. Absolute pleasure to be reading. And yeah, I'm going to be reading from End Ceremonies, so second collection. And I guess in terms of a description of what the book is about, it's really, as I was writing it, I kind of didn't really know. It was just a load of poems that were just kind of falling out. And as I was writing it, I realized that I was actually writing about discovering a new side of myself and discovering my own identity after 45 years on this earth, and really kind of wanted to explore the duality between kind of these two separate, almost feel like two separate lives, and that's pretty much what it's about. So I will get into it. And this first poem is called "The Heart Pushes Out, the Heart Rests." Every blooded nose assessed in relation to anatomies of the skull. Clothes filled out unbeknownst to time or the graduations of a belt notch. Sleep suppressant. Vested interests in the grey shades of skin, blood moon held beneath eyelid. There are two of us here. You have spoken to us both. We lied, the same as the chocolate and damson lied to your tongue. It isn't difficult to split into two when partitioned by glass. We, and by that I mean us, deny all in the same way a river denies the weight of a dying salmon. To float down rapids as two separate pieces of a knotted branch. The bears are on their haunches. The ovaries full of roe, ripe for the pouring. Laid bare on the rocks, your mouth stained with auburn is fear. This is our ceremony. Pressure is an ending, a snake's tongue. Choose between starvation or rebirth into an estuary mouth. Water, once known as cloud, once seen stabbed upon the knife of a mountaintop. Deliver me from trances, from tricks of the light. Scare me towards the fate of a dead man, gasping his way back to life. Let's have a sip of the old, what are we drinking today? The old Lean and Green Vit Hit. I've no idea what this drink is or what's in it. And this next poem is for my friend Ava, and this is called Daytime Anxiety Practice. Shooting arm pain to sharpen such quick inward breaths. A half-minded rattling incompatible with the dressage of a horse. Pirouetting on the blood of frostbitten toes, swirl lavish arcs. Concentric circles mapped as severance. Daytime is a strangled epiglottis choked on the steps of a lost waltz. Our reluctance to move with any purpose. Good health or incantations of how to really live. Know that 3/4 rhythm is a pig-eared rudiment failure, a polyglot heart squeezing out the oil of rotten language. This quick step facade, a boat deck full of flat horizons ready to sail on salt foam seas. Maritime grief is a pouring out of oceans of boat-shaped tears. Everyday hypochondria as unregulated medical practice. Iron nails hit home with iron hammer. Motivational quotes are scoured beneath birdwing in terrible fonts. The fluorescent eyes of every black cat are tenterhooked in the 0 hour. This next poem is called Equestrian Civility. Death dispensed as conversant antidote. Unrelenting hurricane eye wall conjured in the swollen fist of everything corporeal. Scapegoat all feelings remotely by sheep. Get political. Become occluded, the body as warm meat. The mantle splits open for us to throw ourselves into. The shrill music of our platitudes is this torn flesh of earth. Deep in the muscle bed, lightning strikes. Cumulonimbus stacked up like pancakes, ready to stuff into throats. Minutes taken, long division, gag reflex. Oily sand building from the bottom of the feet. Spoons of fish are incredulous. What remains to keep us underwater, stuck face to face with hollow-eyed spectres of our ludicrous selves, prune-skinned, herrings in mouth? To dream of warm seas free of plastic, floating in the sun, this interconnectivity. Things never seen. The moons of Neptune side by side in the surf, the blunted head of Tarpon, a suicide of Barracuda, Galatea, Triton, Halimede. Things exists inside and out, are very gently held. Nothing matters. Not final breaths or business acquisitions, think tanks or equestrian civility. The last remaining rhinoceros. Just the magic of missing the point. This holy, godless life expressed in the pillars of creation. Its gold, lucent greens. Emancipation cloaked in dust. This next poem is called Transformation Cynic as Genre. What is it to change anyway? The world is ruinous. We inherit bloat. Our firm upended bodies bulge from rounded tins, all rusted yesteryear relics. Oil of innards worked by a circular hand to cloth, lolling dry tongues, cobwebbed from light promoting health or healing or God. Its writhing 8-tentacled legs wrapped around throats, head clamped in a vice, unsure about surgery or eye removal. Spoon it out, relentless 24-hour positivity gag reflex. This time exists in a day, as do its minutes. Maybe work more. Open wider for toothed, grimaced fishing devices to be massively exploded into. I'm so very grateful to be alive. You should too. I see it clearly as rimy glass from temporary home removal is where the heart is. All spiritually necessary, of course. This next poem is called Unlit in the Middle of the Sun. Walking into kitchens just to pause. Draw fingers through aging grease. A marbled sugar glaze, surprised sour, its tang to stop the tracks of feet, more concerned with agreeable shoes, not these repeat patterns. What is change but the same light, the same scratch of claws on hollowed stacks? Pest birds, or pestilence, or petulance. My drama school certificate opens up like a wing. Nothing is looking for someone to blame, and I could just pop obscenely my old leather knuckles. Disappear. Cradle my child as a father, a purple of amethyst. How to heal throats, hold heads, be held evenly even. Every cracked egg of sleep leaks its yolk onto my pillow. Each new moon, in turn, an operatic non-believer. So I just got one more for you, and this is I guess the title poem of the book. This is a poem called End Ceremonies. Hearing at distance the midday lull downing its iron tools, opaque window open to suck out our wasted lives, same as each aeroplane destined to withstand its repetition of place. How to never truly find any ending. Engines below the voice, below a failed sun given in to retreat. Each sequestered moon, its silver dreams of manifesting demos. We fight back our own outrageous shapes. From reddened surface left for dead, for whom absolution can never be given. Not the gazing of navels or a venomous snake eating through its own toughened tail. The wire of known peripherals, jagged, overgrown pathways, apple of the manchineel held as weapon, as plump grenade, a fist pummeling the back of our own heads to become decorative ivory chalice fit for the fireplace. Holding massacre candles lit in remembrance of who or what we thought we once were. Ask me to dance. Tripped steps in the dark time of radical misplacement, wanting to live freely, gathering tight these barbed coils. Unconscious plan in defeat, two competing silhouettes waltzing into neon midnight, synchronous, arm in arm. As final ceremonies build, we are risen up onto feet, heels cracked, running through the horse field to the drumbeat of desperate souls, appetites wet for the quenching. Face to face with our enemy in the silvering of eternal mirrors. This is me and I am you, and we are speared by whale bones discarded on the beaches of bloodlust bad dreams. Tentacle avoidant. The kraken froths in the deep, wanton for a fresh torso to constrict. Where are the waking hours? The arc of light warming skin, loving comfort of a mother, loving outline of a father to step inside. Such nostalgia for toothache, for gnawed fingertips, needling a sharp inward breath. Without rage, entities are released from constraint. Without constraint, we are celestial, soaring upwards, bird of prey, plumage of stars. Ask me to dance. These epicenters sit within the orchard, the wilding grass fed with the flesh of fallen bodies. It is said that we will disappear, for all to see the shape and sound of our mistakes. Build up to this crescendo. Hold me tightly, for this is how it always ends. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.